Okay, make sure I record this so I don't not forget to.
Recording in.
All righty. I think I'm online. I think I'm online. I think I'm online. I think I'm online. Okay. So there's that. Like, hello everybody. Welcome to this live open mic question and answer session of the SOS show live. So that ask me any organizing question. I'm here. I'm also doing this I'm doing behind the scenes for my show, the Really Quick James Lott Jr. show. So now I'm live. That's me over here. I'm going to move this screen over here so that I can actually look at myself talking and the chat room here. There's Kirsten Marie. I can actually watch the chat room, answer the questions, do my stuff, and see myself over here. There's folks over there. Okay, the people are in the chat room. So this is all behind the scenes of me. This is me within a show, doing a show, on a show, with the show. Okay. This will be featured in 2 weeks on the Really Quick James Lott Jr. show. If you're not watching that show already, watch it. New episode tomorrow. Every Saturday, the really shows are all tomorrow. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Wait for some folks to come on. Meanwhile, this is my book, Sort Out Sundays. Oh my God, I'm like all of a sudden. Or small organizing tips that lead to large rewards. This book is a year or so old. I have really all these cute little tips that you put in your purse, your back pocket, whatever, your whatever. It's so easy to read. I give you actual tips. You get on Amazon, it's like $4. So I give you actual $5. Give you tips. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. So we're going to talk about organization today. This is not specific. Specific one is anybody can ask me any questions. I can organize. I'll give a few tips along the way. But if you have any kind of questions, you can ask me. And if you're watching this later, you can still ask me and I will respond later. If you ask me, you're watching this later. And some of you guys watch it later. It's Friday night. I've been organizing the last couple of days. So I'll give you some examples. I've been organizing my closet, my second bedroom. I'm trying to clean out my room here, and I'm getting there little by little. I'm all about small steps because I'm so busy doing 10,000 other things. I have all my books, right? I have all my calendar is that one. I have this one. I have an online one. I have notepads everywhere on my phone. I'm always just trying to keep everything organized. But I'm trying to organize parts of my house now, and it's coming together. And I love it. First, it's always messy at first, and then it comes together. Oh, my first question, kids. My first question. The question is, my lighting's all weird right now, too. I don't know why it's all weird. Does this turn on? That's not plugged in. That's not plugged in. I feel like it's super dark. You guys, hold on for a second. This feels really super dark in here. I like that. There we go. It just felt super dark in here. I was like, I did not like that. It's like it's still really weird right there. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, it's the best we're going to get right now. I don't know what's going on. It's the best we're going to get. Okay, the first question is, what's your favorite part about being the super organizer? What's your least favorite part? Very good question. It sounds like it'd be an easy question, right? But I'm gonna write this down because I'm gonna say that I have this down. It's like, what is my fave and least fave parts about being a super organizer? Okay. Well, my least favorites. Well, I'm gonna think. So over the years, I have crafted myself. I just take any job that came when I first started. When you first start your business, that's what you do, right? You take any job that comes, try to get done. I have now learned I can be discerning in my jobs. I'm very fortunate. I'm making more money. I have much more prestige and clout. I've been doing it for 13 years. So I actually have choice now, which is a great way. That was always my goal, to do choice. So that I'll take any jobs I don't want to take. I still say you shouldn't take any jobs you don't want to take anyway in the beginning, but I know it's hard. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, right? To get started. But so for me, the favorite part is the people. The favorite part of being a super organizer is the people, being with them, loving to see the transformation, seeing the click that happens for them when they go, I get it. Seeing their happiness when a space is done where they want it to, where either where they want it or it's better than they expected. That is the feeling of they're like, James, oh my goodness, this is amazing. It's exactly what I wanted, or better than I could have expected. Those are the best parts. It's the gratification of someone going, or someone calling me and saying, I just want to tell you, thank you so much for your help. The kitchen is flowing so much nicer. It was it's a wonderful feeling that I was able to help someone achieve something they want to achieve, where they were stuck. I had somebody today, an organizer in my life coaching world say, I'm unstuck, and I think it's because of you. That makes me happy, because that's my job. My job is to unstick and stick you and move you along and make things flow. So that's my favorite part, is the people. It's the people and the reactions and wonderful. The least favorite part is the paperwork, the taxes, the bookings, all that stuff. It's just like all the paperwork that goes beyond all the behind the scenes. I call it back of house work you have to do. That's the part that's like, oh, really? But I'm lucky that I don't have any jobs where I'm like, I hate going to that place. No, all my clients are wonderful. I love my current clients. I have no complaints with any of them. They're amazing. If they watch this, I love you. So I'm very fortunate. The transformations are amazing, right? That's the fun part. When you see a room, how crazy it was in the beginning, and usually while you're organizing, it gets a little messier at first. It's just like at my house, I have some stuff over here, just all over here. And I know that once I tackle it, I can show you, but I don't want to mess with my camera. Once I tackle it, it's gonna be beautiful. Because I can see my room already transforming. I transform my bedroom and I transform my closet. I'm so happy. So I know when I get here, it's gonna be wonderful. I'm little by little doing it. That's the feeling. After everything's in its place and it's like nice and when you have space that you didn't have space before, because you learn. It's just one thing that's so interesting. You find ways to adapt to your space. It's a natural thing. You just, okay, it's messy. I can make a pathway. You do it. It's a problem. But after a while, you oddly get used to it. And your body and such just adapts to what the situation is. We're very adaptable people. So when things get messier and there's stuff on the floor, you learn how to step over it. You learn how to walk this way. You learn how to go over here. You learn that this side of the bed you don't sleep on, or this side of the kitchen is a mess. Like, you just kind of get used to it, and you just get to know it, and you just kind of go, okay, and you just adapt to it. But once the transformation happens and it's not like that anymore, you're like, wow, I waited that long, or like that's what I could do it for. Like it's something that it's so transformative, and it just makes you feel better. I always say people, organizing really does your life, not organizing the sake just to organize, but organizing meaning that it's something that, you want to have some order and semblance in your house. You want to know where you can find stuff. They say it takes 17 minutes to find something. I can watch Bold and Beautiful, basically, episode about commercials, or a sitcom. Like, that's just not, it's crazy. Okay, another question. Let's write this down. I am a piler and stacker. How can I change? Okay. How can I change? Well, first, and this is such a cliche answer, of course, acknowledging you have a problem is half the thing right there. Because it's easy to stack stuff up and pile things in the corner or off to the side and go, it's fine. It's over. It's off to the side. It's over there. And I'm not worried about it. But think about it. We have earthquakes here, but anything could happen. They could fall on you, fall over, hurt you, you get actually hurt. That's why a lot of organizing, we talk about people getting physically hurt in their homes when they start stacking stuff. No matter how secure you think it is, anything can happen. and can totally just rock your world and give you concussions and knock you out, hurt your leg. I mean, a lot of things can happen. And also papers in bulk are heavy. Clothes in bulk are heavy. Shoes, the way they fall on you, they can fall on the bottom. I mean, all kinds. It just gets heavy. Magazines, papers, books, toys. It gets heavy when it's in bulk, so it can hurt you. So number one, when you pile and stack, it's not a great thing, but it makes sense. You think, okay, I can just put these boxes over here, these bins over here, and it's over here. How can you change? One, you're number one, you're saying acknowledging your problem. You're like, okay, I gotta figure this out. Two, I'm one of those people who's like, okay, you have to assess where you're putting. So text raising, I guess, would ask you, where are you? Is it throughout your home, or is there a certain room or rooms that you're piling and stacking stuff in? If it's in every room, then we got to start looking at each room and looking at, well, what's in these boxes, or what's in these bags, or what's in these bins, or what's in whatever. What are you stacking? See what's in there, and start working on that. To me, it's a small, because see, when things are high and things are big, it's very daunting. It's very hard to get started because it seems like it's literally it's bigger than you. It makes it taller than you. It makes you feel like I can't climb that, or it's insurmountable, but it isn't. So I would say, so you acknowledge you have an issue with that. Start with, again, a box or a bin or something. So every night this week, just take one thing that's in a pile and put it either where the stuff where it belongs, or if something is just trash, throw it out. If it's recycling, recycle it. If there's something to give away, put it by your door and say, okay, I'm gonna give this to so-and-so by this week. Like, go box by box, or bag by bag, or bin by bin. And don't overwhelm yourself, because it's a little too crazy. No one's saying get the whole thing done in one day. If you can, it's great. But I say no, start one at a time. Because here's the thing. To create a habit, you have to undo some learning. And when you create a habit, it only takes up to 3 to 6 months to create a habit, because it took you that long or longer to create this situation. So you can't expect to get out of the situation in 2 days. So I always tell people, it may take you 10 years. I'm not saying it'll take you 10 years to get out of it, but just give yourself some time and forgiveness to get out of it. And forgiveness is important. Because if you blame yourself and talk bad about yourself, well, I did this, and oh my goodness, and all this stuff, it's not, you can't do that. You have to forgive yourself. You have to just let it go, and you got what you got. It is what it is. You know what, me sometimes, I sometimes stack things. For example, I have a pile over here of books and things, but at some point we'll go through it and put them all in their spots. I actually have a place for these, and I have a place for the books. I'm gonna put them somewhere. But sometimes I'm like, I got to put it right here for now. I'll get to it in a second. But you have to just forgive yourself. Don't be mad at yourself, and know it's gonna take some time. But start small, like my book. Start small, because do it while you're watching TV. Grab a box, grab a bin, have a trash can next to you, or an extra bag to put stuff for recycling or giveaway, and just start going through it. And if that belongs in the bathroom, that belongs in the kitchen, put it in the bathroom, during the commercials, put it in the bathroom, put it in the kitchen. That's exactly what you need to do. And I think if you just little by little, you'll start to see it. And actually, if you start small, you can always graduate up. It's harder to go big and try to go down. Start small, a box a day for 3 or 4 days. You may see us change and go, I want the rest of this done by tonight. Then you'll go. Then you'll actually be naturally motivated to go through it and do it. But it's gonna take time. It's habit. Everything's habit forming. Being organized is setting up systems in your life that work for you. But it's gonna take time to do it. I can show you how to do it. I can tell you what to do, but to have the habit of doing it where it's just natural. You want everything to be natural to you. You don't want to force it. You don't want it to be this thing where it's you want it to be very just ready. It's just part of your life. Like brushing your teeth or washing your face or making some food. You want to do it just be normal. So Pilers and stackers, I get that. I totally get that. That's because some people look at that as a form of organization. Or it also goes to being tidy. So I want to make sure you say this. I would say tidy versus organized, tidy, neat versus organized. I always talk about this. You can be tidy and neat in your house where nothing's out there, but every closet, every closed space, under all the beds, in the attic, whatever, basement, it's filled to the gills with stuff. But your regular common area space that everybody comes into is nice and neat. Oh, my thing just that scared me. My bulb just blew out. That's interesting. Live on television. That's crazy. Okay. That scared just the shit out of me. Okay, so I will. Okay, I will handle that later. I'll let that cool off and I'll change the light bulb. Why is this happening right now? I said, look at this. You made it really dark in here. Okay. Give me a second. I will. This is live, folks. It's live. Okay. Okay, I have lights everywhere throughout my house. So this is a table lamp. We'll see if this works. Because this just makes me look like I'm like on the surface of the moon or something. Okay, this takes batteries. Okay, AA, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is so funny, kids. Now, see, I'm organized. I knew where to get this, and I have my battery organizer. Look at this thing. I'm actually just filling it up. It has all my batteries. So, because I knew where that was, it took me, 2 seconds? And I'm going now. This is hilarious. Okay, put my batteries in. Oh my goodness. Shoot. Yeah, I love live television. I'm putting the batteries in. And okay. And here's a light. That light is gonna light me up a little bit. Oh my God, it's so funny. I need this until I can change the light bulb in there. I know where my light bulbs are, actually. Will this work? If this get hot, it's brighter. There we go. It's a little better. That's so funny. Okay, be right back. Be right back. Okay, I'll get the batteries in after the show. I'll get the batteries. Yeah, the battery organizer's the bomb. This is real life, kids. This is real life. I love it. Oh my goodness. I'm like, okay, my light bulbs, I think, in the other room. I don't think they're in here. Oh my goodness, this is hilarious. Yeah, they're in the other room. So I'll get them in the other room. But this works a little bit. This is so crazy. I have other lights, but they're not plugged in, I don't think. Oh my God, this is crazy. Well, here we go. I'm back. Oh my goodness. I love it. Yes. So Texas Ranger fan, does that actually help you? I'm like, put this right in front of me. Look like I'm having a seance. This is so weird. Or do I do it this way? Nope, I'll do it that way. Oh my goodness, this is hilarious. Why did it go out now? Okay, why am I getting spam all of a sudden too at the same time? Oh my god! Okay, I got to delete the hide the user. That's what it was. There we go. Oh my goodness, this is like, oh my god, I love it. Oh my goodness, I love it. Hopefully I got it now. It's hidden. Okay, yes. This is so funny. I don't even know what to say. Okay, back to you, Texas Ranger fans. So yes. Oh my god. Okay, oh, there I am. And now you guys went away. Where to go? Oh my goodness. Why does it all of a sudden the chat went away, so I can't see it. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, we're gonna do. But luckily I've been doing this for 7 years. I mean, this is actually hilarious. I don't know why this is happening to me. There we go. There we go. Okay, you're back. Oh my goodness, I love it. So yeah, so try that. Let me know if you want to do that. Try that. Let me know if it works. If you guys are listening to this podcast later, you should come check us out the show because it's kind of funny. I think I'm lit the weirdest right now. This is the crazy because the lights the lights aren't really working in here. Anyway, so that's yes over that. So yeah, start small. Start small. Oh, tidy and neat. That's right, tidy and neat. So everything is like put away, but it's not organized. You don't know where it is. Now, if you organized it and then put it away, that's one thing. But most time people, they don't want to see it. Throw it in the closets. Throw it under the bed. And then I'm opening up closets. It has 8,000 or a garage. Everything's in the garage. And the house is fine, but the garage is filled with just miscellaneous stuff and no discernible order. I can tell you how many garages I've done, how many second bedrooms I've done, how many closets I've done, how many pantries I've done. It is how it is. They want to keep the living room and dining room and bedrooms, clean and neat, but the inside, so it's getting that all organized. Right. That's why the closet business is doing so well, especially in California. California closets, all these closet places are doing really well because they can design these closets to fit all this stuff in there, and actually in a neater fashion. So neat and tidy does not necessarily mean or equal organized, and organized doesn't necessarily mean neat and tidy either. You can be organized, and so yes. But if you have anything organized and under your bed organized, that's another story. I don't use under my bed that often. I have a couple of bins under my bed because they're my books that I write, all my books, and they're there because I've been accessing them a lot. So I said I'm gonna put them away. I'm just gonna put them on the bag, slide them out. Like I had to get that book, I slid it out, got it, and came back. So, but the books are organized under there. My music's organized under there, but the other half under the bed is empty. I don't have anything under there. I'd rather have nothing under there. At some point, those bins will come out and go somewhere else. But as organizing as a puzzle, and it takes several things, I'm getting rid of other stuff to make room for this stuff, and I'm moving stuff around in my house. That's what I'm doing. So it's one of those things. So yeah. Okay. Any more questions? Thanks for both of those questions. Are good. While I wait for the question, I will give you a tip. Let's see. Especially because the theme so far is letting go. That's the main thing. When you go through stuff, letting go. In my book, I call it Letting Go, Part 592. Everything that comes to your possession doesn't mean it must stay there forever. Every person that comes to your life may be only there for a season. Every job isn't meant to last forever. And that's kind of thing. It's that, letting go can be a hard thing. And sometimes it is the smallest thing that doesn't seem like it would have any major meaning to anybody else, but it does to you or a family member or somebody who lives with you. That's the hardest to get rid of. I can tell you how many times I've got people get rid of a chair, get rid of a dining room table set, but no issue. But 3 of the same book, and each book has a reason why, either they're the same, but each one has a reason why they're keeping each 3 books. That could be the hardest. Um, 10 bottles of booze. It's booze. I mean, we don't want to waste booze. But like you have no more room in your liquor cabinet. You want to hold on to each of those bottles. Like, well, they're all the same. It's some wine. They're not expensive wine. Like, if it was expensive wine, it's different. But it's like middle of the road to lower wine. And you're like, I gotta keep it. All right. I have an old house with no storage. Old house, no storage. Okay. Any suggestions? Well, yes. Well, this ties into letting go. Why is this person? Oh my God. I'm like, really? I'm like, hide user on this channel. Why is it? Oh my God. This person is really trying to come in here. Okay. So old house, no storage. So meaning, okay, I have to ask several questions. So meaning all your closets and everything are full. So I'm about to have to ask you the question is, are your closets and all this, the storage you do have in your house, is it all organized? That's my first question. We're going to start with, the plan is to start with what you have already. I'm an organizer, just like to spend money on people. I like to spend people's money. So I always go, let's first figure out what your situation is at home or in your home. Let's see what's going on there before we start going, buy this, buy that, buy bins. Before we do all that, sometimes storage in your house is not being used correctly or to its most maximum potential. I did these previous shows on folding and I'm folding and techniques and stuff. So I'm already million. So I need to know. So Christy, the first question is your storage using your house all filled up and is it organized? And then when you answer that question, I can ask you another question. I know there's a slight delay on these things. Because so I'll talk a little bit while it comes through. Because sometimes drawer space not being used correctly. Sometimes you can purge through the stuff you have in your house already to make room. You may think you have storage because it's maybe the way that it's configured in your storage spaces, or you literally probably not completely organized, no organizers. Okay, so my first thing would be to look at the space you have already that you use to store things. Like if you have for your food, for your clothes, for any toys, anything, look at it and see if there's anything you can get rid of. I say first, is there anything you can get rid of or pass on or donate or throw out? Secondly, is everything in its right place? Because if there's things in one closet and things in another closet and they're the same, I'm all about grouping things together. Maybe it's combining those two and then suddenly you have space in another closet, another space opens up. That can happen too. Another thing could be you have stuff that is not yours. You hold on for somebody else. A lot of times we have adult children who don't live in the house anymore where parents have their stuff. It's time for adult children to get it. Look at that. There's another possibility. Actually look at your space and see, is there any open spots that are in this, like in your drawer sometimes? Is there like the back of the drawer, a space, but not enough to put a lot of stuff in or put a lot of things in, but it's a lot of space. So look at how you have stuff in that drawer. Can stuff go to one side from back to front? And does that actually free up the other side? Like things like that. It's like a puzzle. Like it's like a total puzzle sometimes. Do you have it where the top two drawers are super packed? The bottom drawer has 5 sweaters. Maybe those sweaters could go in the closet somewhere else and be hung, which adds more room into the drawer. Or you have things that are being hung, can then be folded and put into a drawer to make more room in the closet there. That's a big thing. Okay. Adults, children leave home, parents keep stuff. So this is an interesting time because some children move back home. Some adults right now are living back home with their parents. This is how it is right now. Some aren't. They're gone. So is the stuff that you have at your son's, is it important to you? And that's why you're keeping it? Or is it not? It should be for him. It should be his choice if he wants it or not. I would tell them, this is my house. I need the space for other things. Here's your stuff. Or come over, look at it, and whatever you don't want, we'll get rid of it. But a lot of parents think it's important, things are important that the kids don't. I hear so many adult kids go, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Or some go, I do care about that. Well, if you care about that, now it's yours. Let them lug it around. It's their stuff. So why are you depriving yourself of space in your own home, your own apartment, your own condo, your own town, wherever you live? Why are you denying yourself space to hold their stuff just because they're your kids? But they're grown kids. So give it to them. It's up to them to take care of it and like it or not like it or whatever to them. I always tell people, you look out for yourself. It's not your turn. You're so used to looking out for them all the time because you're raising your kids. But now they're of age and they're grown, they live somewhere else and moved out, give it to them. Now, one client who started doing that, she was like, nope, this is yours, take it, get out of the house, take it, send it to you. And then another client where they had a kid come over and literally go, don't want this, don't want this, want this. Perfect. Or talk to the kid and say, I'm ready, I'm trying to go through all this stuff. And what, is there anything you want me to keep or not? And don't argue with the kids. If something's important to you, it's not important to them, that's their business. It's their stuff. If they don't care about that dress from 5th grade, and you do, if you have space, then you keep it for yourself. Make it your memory. But I'm like, don't keep it under the guise of they may change their mind one day. No, they're going to change their mind one day. Because you also give it to them, and they can throw it out and you wouldn't even know it. But again, it's your space. Why are you denying yourself room in your own house for somebody else who doesn't live there? If they move back in, it's a different story. You'll figure it all out when they move back in. But I say, and then they have to work around your space. That's different, and that's on them on some level. So I'm always like, look inside the house first. If everything's organized, and everything's in their spots, you just don't have space, because some houses don't have a lot of closet space or cabinet space. Then you're looking to getting a shed if you have a yard, and sheds are great. Look in your garage, see what you can take outside. And when you take things outside, you can always have packaging or storage that will keep it fresh and clean. I always say no boxes, always bins, plastic, bags, all that kind of stuff, giant Ziplocs, whatever. That's what you want to do first. If your garage is up to space or you don't have a garage, then you might have to look at a storage unit. And that's my last resort. I'm like, that is the last thing I want you to have to do is spend money. That's like having another place to live. And they get expensive. I had a storage unit for a while, and that was because I needed it. I needed a space to go through stuff slowly and bring it into the house and place it somewhere. It was a great place for me to do that. It was a great place for me to do that. And so I did that, and I brought stuff in. And eventually I got rid of storage unit. It took me a couple of years, and I got rid of it. They kept raising the rent every few months or whatever. It was crazy, but I got rid of it. And always get a storage unit that's true to size. Don't get a big one so you can fill it up with stuff. But storage units can come in handy sometimes, again, if you want to get everything out your house and then go through it later. But you need to go through it later. Or a garage. Yeah, garage. I did a million garages. I love garages. But they're catch-alls. You take everything outside. I have clients who can't park their cars in the garage. Can't park their cars in the garage at all. And it's your garage. So before you take stuff out there, go through that also and make sure your garage is in order. And so the thing is, start within. That's the number one thing. Start within and then go outward. So take a look at your space first. And then you may find things where you may need to buy storage containers. can't see them here, but I have some over here. I have ones next to you right here for my files. It does come in handy to have storage containers sometimes and storage drawers to add in closets or in other spaces. They have rollers. Carts are great sometimes too, to have stuff on there. So it's yeah. So fill memories. There you go. You have to determine what is a real true memory and what is holding on. So you have memories versus stuff. Say that. Some things are not really memories. I mean, everything's a memory, but you know what I mean? But like some things, it's like, okay, here we go. Versus memories, keepsakes. That's what we'll say. And they actually have bins, accordion folders, things for keepsakes, like for art, for kids' art and stuff. They actually sell that kind of stuff. They have keepsake boxes and bins. They actually do that. But you don't need that's expensive stuff. You don't need that. But that's the question. What's a keepsake memory, true memory, and what's just something you're holding on to because you're holding on to it? Is there something broken, something battered? You're like, but I've had it for 20 years. Like, I mean, does it really mean anything to you? Like, really? If it somehow rolled out the garage, and would you even notice it was gone? That's the kind of things you have to go, okay, get rid of them. What I do with my t-shirts, so I'm a big t-shirt freak with all kinds of sayings on them, like JLJ Media. I took pictures of every single shirt and then put them up. And so I might actually make a book of all my t-shirts. So I have a few that I still can wear. And I only have a couple that are keepsakes. My Prince t-shirts are all keepsakes. I'm not getting rid of those. My first Madonna concert shirt, it's a keepsake. I'm not getting rid of that. There's a couple I'm not getting rid of. But I got rid of over 50 shirts. And when I say get rid of, I passed them on to my nieces and nephews and grandkids and recycling. They're now considered vintage. I'm old. But I got rid of like 3 bins of just shirts I was holding on to in bags. But I have the memory of having them, but I took pictures of them. I keep everything from plays or for my travels, kids are yes, they have so no, some of that stuff is actual memory keepsakes. Some of them actually are. Or like my marathons. I did 3 marathons. I'm keeping I have the shirt, the bib, I'm keeping all that. That's something I'm keeping. Sometimes people put things in what do you call them, the things? Shadow boxes. That's also a great way to have memories, have shelves. But no, I mean, like kids art, they have things, they have accordion folders that are for kids art, for keepsakes. You can look those up online if you have to keep the kids art. Again, most of the time the kids don't care, the adult kids don't care. It's you who cares. You got to figure out which of that too. But you know, I have stuff for my travels, of course. You have things, but see, I have things on my walls, as you can see, hang things in places. So I display a lot of my travels, but like pictures and a few things. Like all my, I have up there stuff from the Dominican Republic and from the Caribbean. So yeah, so I have stuff out, so you see it. That's a great thing too. But there's stuff you want to hold on to and put away somewhere. They have keepsake boxes. Put them in a bin. Put them in a nice bin and label it keepsake. And says, I want to keep those. I have a couple of my great grandmother's china. That's, of course, I'm passing it down to the next kids, and I'm holding on to that. It's not a lot. It's on the way. I actually have a curio cabinet where it's in. So there's a space for it. That's the thing. You don't want your stuff to make you encumbered. You don't want stuff that's going to hinder you. You don't want so much stuff to just like, and see, a lot of parents will go, I don't want to be a burden to my kids. And, I don't want to be a burden. Well, you will be if you have all this stuff, because you can't take it with you. So when you die, it just sits there. And most of the time, the kids are going to come and just throw it out anyway. Many things are important to you, not important to anybody else. Maybe a few things, but for the most part, it's what you want to keep while you're here on Earth, and that's totally fine. But just let you know that most of the time, it gets thrown out. It's not anything that's going to be anything that they want to hold on to. That's just one of the real truths, I call it. So that's just something I'm gonna get back to. I'm gonna get back to the there we go. Yes, but I've been purging little by little. My brother's been purging little by little, and it feels good. It's just stuff I just don't need. I've had duplicates of things just because sometimes that happens. You get duplicates of stuff. Get rid of duplicate. But also, some people like some of the things you may have. They may like it, the same things that you like. Pass it on. Give it to somebody who might actually can use it. That's always my goal about organizing. Saying I accumulate all this stuff, pass it on to other people. I get gifts from fans and stuff all the time. And sometimes it's just like I already have 10 of these. I don't need 11, so I pass them on. Pass them on. So that's hopefully. So Christy, I hope that answers. Looks like that answers your question. I hope that helps some. I love that. It helps some. Any other questions? Any other comments? This is good. We're 40 minutes in. Had a light problem. Okay, so it came out. Like I can take it off now. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Okay. Lefty loosey, right? Shit. Lefty loosey. Didn't mind that myself. That's not coming out. There it goes. It's a big one. This is a big one. Yes, Dad. I gotta put a light there after we get off because I mean this is like literally my spot. This thing is so high. I'm gonna do it this way. You gotta do it this way. It's coming in, it's kind of coming in handy. It's really small. But I'm gonna hold on to this because there we go. Oh, there it goes, brighter there. But it's like so crazy. Yeah. So this hat is hot. Any other questions before we go off? There's always a little delay. It's just fun, you guys. Thanks for I'm gonna do this again. Thanks for doing this with me. I'm gonna do more of these lives organizing. I used to teach, so I in person, and then the pandemic hit. So this is a lot of fun for me. I like being in front of people, talking organizing. And you guys ask me questions. So thank you. I love it. Okay, I'm going to end. Oh no! Oh, we got somebody. Good. We got somebody. Yes, another question. Okay. The question is, do you use organization with your gardening? Yes. Okay. So I have a new show that I premiered this week called A Lot Beneath the Soil. It is everything. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna say garden organizing. Okay. A lot beneath the soil. So I'm gonna be talking about on that show actual organizing tips in gardening. God, this way. This is so weird. There we go. That's better. So I'll be actually talking about actual tips on that show soon about organizing. I teach a class on self-care and gardening organization. So yes, when it comes to I'll just give you an overview, Texas Ranger fan, of course. When it comes to sheds, people have sheds, barns, so where you put all the supplies, all the greenhouses, garden tools. I mean, there's a whole world of what you have to get organized in terms of where the hose goes, where it stays, all the gardening tools. Where does a lot of that includes your garage or your shed. A lot of times that's where your lawnmowers are or your choppers are, things like that. Trash bags, gloves, knee pad thingies, things you kneel on. Oh yeah, where's the dirt stay? Where's the dirt go? All of your extra pots. And for me, I have like sticks and things that hold up plants. I have all these little supply. I have a shed. I'm gonna show it outside. I have a shelving unit outside that has different pots and pans and all things that I use for organizing. So that's gonna be the one of the episodes coming up. But yes, or you can use organization in anything in your life. But it's also, again, you want it to be easy, so you can go, okay, there's the rake, there's the broom, there's there's the dustpan. Like, you don't want it to be just where's everything? You need gardening. Where's the shovel? Where's the pick? You know, where are the shears? You know, there's a lot of things you use in your garden. It's good to have them all in one place. You have them hung up in places. It's good. You can make it really cute. You can have cute little. I want a little shed, as I do. I might try to get one and have all my gardening stuff in that shed. That is actually a goal of mine, is to get a shed. But yes, organization for gardening, definitely. And I will talk more about it on that show. Yeah, so stay tuned. I'll let you know. It takes very I'll let you know when that show comes out. When that episode comes out. But I'm gonna talk all things gardening on that show. But yeah, there's definitely organization to all that. Like in my kitchen, all my cooking stuff organized. Every facet of your life can be organized. That's the thing. Use organization. It really can. So that's good. Good question. I'm glad you know I love talking gardening. It's a great question. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I have my notes, future stuff. I'll give you guys a few more minutes. If there's any more questions? I was like, this light is killing me. And I know I have a light bulb somewhere, and I think it's in this room here. I went in there, wasn't there? It's either in this room or the next room. I had light bulbs. Light bulb. But I didn't realize how much I need that light bulb right here for my shows. And it's nighttime here, so I'm like, it's really dark. It's really dark outside. My room is very long. I'm in a corner in my room. I did it on purpose. Again, organization. I was like, my bed's way over there, and my bedroom is over there. I'm this size, my work area. That's what I really wanted to organize it in a way that it's like, I almost did it over there. So I was facing the window, but I didn't want anything to happen to my iMac and the sun and stuff. So I was like, you know what? I kind of like it over here. You know, it's like a hot pocket and a cold pocket over here. Like when it gets hot or cold, it kind of just sits right here. That's the only problem, but it's fine. My background, people like my background usually anyway. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Once again, it's like the fourth one or whatever, fifth one. And I was trying to do some of these for my a lot of help, like life coaching. I was trying to do these at nighttime too. During the day, it's not working. So I'll do it at nighttime over the weekend or something. I'll work something out there and talk life coaching questions. So I'll do that too. So stay tuned for that. The book is called Sort Out Sundays, Small Organizing Tips That Lead to Large Rewards. It's at Amazon. It's like $4 or $5. You do that. My show is the SOS Show with James Lott Jr. on every streaming service platform and on YouTube at JLJ Media. On Twitter and Facebook, we're at the Super Organizer Show with James Lott Jr. or the Super Organizer. You can follow on both of those and follow all my organizers that are with me. Shout out to my Black organizer. Shout out to NAPO organizer. Shout out to my LA organizer. Shout out to everybody, male, female, all you guys. Thank you so much. Shout out to you guys. Thanks for coming on with me. This is a lot of fun. So thank you for doing this with me. Thought I'd try it out. If you're listening to this later, again, you can ask me questions, put them in the comments below, wherever you get this, and I'll answer them for you. Everyone, please have a great weekend. Get organized.